Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so we are going to be taking a look at Sin Shenron, the new side banner unit from the Super Saiyan 4's banner at 55%. I did pull a couple of copies, so obviously I'm going to get the rest of his hidden potential filled out once I've done this video. He's going to be pretty useful when the GT Bosses mission gets added to the Goku event. I think it's the Goku event. It's either the Goku or the Vegeta. It would make sense for the Goku one since it's the GT Goku event. So obviously I'll get him up to 79% and have him on the team when we do that video. But I wanted to take a look and see just how good he is at 55%, because a lot of people talk about this Sin Shenron as being one of the better side banner units, except for the fact that he basically isn't on any teams. And because of his links, you kind of have to run him with other Shadow Dragon units, which means he is basically on one team, which is the Shadow Dragon Saga, because GT Bosses not even really a real team currently. And the biggest problem, like I talked about in the 55% showcase for the LR Super Saiyan 4s, and when it comes to their team, is the Shadow Dragon Saga team is going to get a big buff, obviously, when Physical Omega gets his Easy A and then becomes a 170 leader. But until then, there is actually no 170 leader for any of these three categories that Sin Shenron is on. So we are running him on the GT Bosses team with Super 17 as the leader, so 4 key and 150 to stats. And obviously we're going to try and get him linked up with the Shadow Dragon army that are not only a support unit but a very good link partner for him. So he raises attack and defense on Super as well as doing supreme damage, and then he requires getting a lot of orbs. So he creates rainbow orbs, which is obviously good, because orb changers who create the orbs they need is always very helpful. And then basically as you get more and more orbs, the more attack and defense he gets. When you get up to 5 orbs, he disables enemy guard. If you get up to 6 orbs, he has a high chance to crit. And if you can get 7 orbs, he gets an additional bit of extra attack and defense, as well as a high chance of launching an additional super attack. So if you can get 7 orbs consistently, he can do a lot of things. But as you can see on this turn, even though his orb changing overall was pretty good, we can only get 6 orbs. But that is still going to give him the high chance to crit. We've got Rildo on rotation, who's a GT Bosses support unit. So we have GT, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. We would have Big Bad Bosses, but obviously the Sin is not link leveled. So because we're not at link level 10, obviously that link is not activated yet. So let's go ahead and do this. I brought 16 and 18 just because they're an alright support unit as well. Because obviously under Super 17's leader skill, we have GT Bosses and androids. So right, so 1.7. I actually didn't even see the attack stat for Sin. I was too busy looking at the rest of the rotation. But we did get the crit, I believe. I should have checked his start of turn defense as well. Well, actually, I should have checked his defense once we picked up the orbs. That was probably the smartest way to go about it. So, not exactly the best turn. But we have our other rotation set up. We're just going to run this on the off rotation, and this should be perfectly fine. And then the other turn, we should have the Shadow Dragons on rotation with Sin this time. So obviously, the fact that we're not going to have Big Bad Bosses active makes a huge difference, of course. Once this unit is at full link level 10, then having Big Bad Bosses active and having that extra 25% attack and defense is going to increase those numbers by quite a lot. So let's see. We probably don't get any extra links from Rildo. Oh, we get Fierce Battle. Oh yeah, because of course the Shadow Dragons do not have Fierce Battle. You can get 6 orbs there. What about if I do this? Is this going to change anything? Because there's another AGL orb right at the top there. That did not drop down at all, so no. So 6 orbs again, so unfortunately we don't get the additional. So getting 7 orbs is definitely quite hard. 7 orbs gives him the crit chance. 7 orbs gives him the high chance to additional. So you probably do want to give him a decent amount of additional in the hidden potential system, because you got to get 7 orbs to get that built-in additional chance, which, as we've seen here so far on these 2 turns, even with the fact that he creates his own orbs, is not that easy to do. So 2.6. I mean, honestly, that's nothing too crazy at this point. Still takes damage from a super, which is understandable. And that's with support as well, because we've got the GT Bosses support from Rildo. Although I believe, actually, Rildo might only support defense. I need to double check, because it's been It's actually been a while since I've used our boy. I probably should have put Jeroen 19 in slot 1 actually, so we could get the little bit of healing. Although we're basically on full health now anyway. So actually, I think we are on full health. So yeah, Sin Shenron at 55%. I don't know. I saw people when the anniversary came to JP saying that he looked really, really good on this one team. But I mean, again, we only have a 150 lead, so it's not exactly the craziest setup. We can get 9 orbs though, so his start of turn defense with the support from the Shadow Dragon army is 61k, which is pretty bad. But with 7 orbs, that gives him that extra 70%. That is a pretty significant difference. So all of that is when he attacks though. Interesting. So he still only has 61k at the start of the turn, so that's important to bear in mind. It means that this guy, not really very good as a slot 1 unit. Really, he's just waiting for... Yes, 75k. Oof. Yikes. Then we got up to 3.5. So, I mean, that's not bad. Obviously, he does raise his attack and defense on super, so he's not really a great slot 1 unit anyway. But we got 7 orbs, so there's the additional. So, I mean, he can put out a decent amount of damage, I guess, by himself. But, like, because his teams are so limited, it feels like the only place you're really going to run him is on the Shadow Dragon team, which... Like we were saying, until Omega gets his Easy A, which won't be until part 2, or at least, I think on JP, I think it was like, was it 2 weeks after the banners came out? I'd have to double check, but it's definitely going to be a little while. It's at least a week after the banners came out, so we are going to have to wait some time in order to get the physical Omega Shenron Easy A. Which, of course, then that's going to be very beneficial because not only is it a 170... I guess I have to keep reminding myself, he is on a 150, double 150 leads. So, obviously, we're not seeing the kind of numbers we would see on a, you know, like a double 170. He doesn't have a 200% team anyway. But 170, that's an extra 20% per leader. So, that does make a difference, right? But... yeah, I don't know. I can't say I'm like crazy impressed with him at the moment. But again, this is him at 55%. Now, you know, maybe we're spoiled by the fact that I just recorded the 55% showcase for the Super Saiyan 4s. And they, even without dupes, are just ridiculously good. So, I probably am spoiled on my expectations, maybe just a little bit by how good they are. But, again, like I said, I saw people saying that Sin... was the best banner unit. So let's see. What does their active skill even do? I can't even remember the last time I used these guys. All enemies attack and defense minus 30% and it gives them 7 ki. It's kind of pointless. We can get a lot of orbs though. So let's do this. And then I think I will use an item here just in case. So Sin, with the support from 16 and 18, 67k. And we can get 10 orbs. So we should be able to do a decent bit of damage here. The LR Shadow Dragon army shouldn't kill Vegeta. 4.8 though from them. That's pretty good. I have link leveled mine. I think actually, I keep forgetting, I think an extra copy was added to the Battlefield shop. Was it yesterday when the anniversary stuff kicked off? But I haven't actually picked it up yet. So 3.8 million now for Sin. That's pretty good actually with the support. We didn't get the chance for the additional super because he took him out. But, I mean, yeah, that's honestly not that bad. Now we're against the Int phase. So this is where Super 17 could get rocked. Oh boy, as much as we love him. Not the best at tanking. Especially on those off turns when you're not having the damage. Oh god. He's taking that much down. I guess he's only under the double 150 again. Because I'm used to seeing how much better he looks on the Cell team when he's under the double 200% lead. But yeah, I think we're actually dead now. So, Super 17, why? Why are you designed the way that you are? Oh, so now he takes double-digit damage. Okay. Wait, well, how did he take a super and then take less damage? Because he took the normal attack after he supered, because that doesn't raise his super doesn't raise his defense. He took a normal attack after his super, and it still did 50k. Then he got hit with a super, and then took less damage. Or did I just see that, like, completely wrong? I don't know. Maybe I am, maybe I'm losing it slightly. I'm not sure. But let's get the 7 orbs for you. I guess we might as well just pop a Senzu Bean here, get the heal. So with the support from Rildo, who, let me double check, he is GT bosses, 2 key and 40% defense, yeah. So he has 72k before supering. I mean, after supering, his defense is going to be very, very high, especially when you get the 7 orbs. And we're getting the Dokkan attack here as well. So we did get enough orbs to disable the enemy's guard as part of his kit as well, which means he can actually do good damage to an Eat unit. And he is getting the 50% chance to crit and 50% chance to additional on this turn. So 2.9. So he's basically at about 3 million without attack support, which, again, it's nothing too crazy, but I mean, he's not bad. But yeah, 4 million, and then we get the additional 3.1. So his super attack animation is not bad either. It's pretty cool. And then we get the crit as well. So, I mean, overall, considering he's a tech unit as well, he did actually do quite a lot of damage to Vegeta here. Maybe we can finish him off with the Shadow Dragon army. Not quite, apparently. They take double digits, though. That's pretty good. They won't take double digits damage from this, though. How much is this going to do? 241k. Okay, I see. I see you. And then Rildo. Rildo's defense after he supers is pretty good, so he should be okay. He should take double-digit damage, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that's so good, though, about some of these units. Is some of these units that are taking double-digit damage, remember, we are only getting a double 150 leader skill. So those units being able to take that little damage on that low of a leader skill is actually pretty good. I would want to risk putting these guys in slot 1, but if we eat a super attack, then it's just GG. Because before they super, yeah, their defense is quite low. Although I guess it's no worse than... Their defense is lower than Super 17, but they don't have type disadvantage, so maybe it is actually slightly better. Because they're going to get hit. And 19k, that's honestly not even that bad. Which, again, when you consider they're under a 150 lead. I did rainbow them from my summons earlier, actually. I pulled the final copy I needed. So my Jiro and 19 are rainbow, which they are a very good unit. So, okay, not a great rotation here, that's for sure. We also can't get the 7 orbs if we go up that way. So how about, let's do this. Well, I guess we can make this one last turn for Sin. And see what we can get here. 6. Alright, we got the 6 orbs. I feel like we're probably going to die at the end of the turn anyway, so I think we'll just let it play out. We'll see what Sin Shenron gets here, and whether we live or die, I guess we'll just make this the last turn. But yeah, Sin Shenron at 55%. Honestly, not that impressive when you think about how limited he is. I've said this in the past, like, if units are really limited to the number of teams that you can realistically run them on, I don't mind that so much, as long as they're really good. Like, if this Sin Shenron is basically only going to be able to be run on the Shadow Dragon team, then he should basically be the best unit on the team. Now, obviously, I guess some of the Super Saiyan 4s are on there, so maybe not the best, but he should be like the best Shadow Dragon if he can only really be run on GT bosses or Shadow Dragons at this point in time. Yeah, 400k from a super, and then he eats the big one from Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think of 55% Sin Shenron. Hopefully, he's going to perform better once we get those dupes in. Obviously, getting extra chance to additional without having to get 7 orbs and then getting that second defense raise is going to be really useful for him. So, I guess we'll have to stay tuned and see how he does when we get to that GT bosses run. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. 55% Sin Shenron. If you managed to pull a copy of him, he's decent, but he's just too limited, I think. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.